Hi everybody, hope you're having a great day today. I'm going to just jump into some more crafts for Halloween. I'm going to have two on this video. So basically I'm going to be using the tumbling tower blocks that you get from Dollar Tree. And you're going to need a total of 7, I believe. And what you need to do is you take your glue gun and you go down the side and you glue it, and then you put this little dude together with this one, and then you're going to need another one. So you're going to need a set of 3 right here. I already used this one before to paint. I was testing colors, but we're going to paint over that anyway. So a set of 3. Then you're going to do 2 together, and then make them flush. You want them flush. And then you're going to do 2 more. Drop my glue gun. And then you hold that together. Make sure they're level. And basically you're going to take 2 of the ones that you have, the set of 2, and you're going to put some hot glue on the back, and you're going to put it in the middle of the 3, and then you're going to flip it over. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, making a little pumpkin. So this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have the 3 in the middle, 2 on the outside, 2 on the outside. Then I took a styrofoam that I had gotten from one of the styrofoam pumpkins. And this is what I'm going to use as the top of my pumpkin, the stem. And I'm going to put that right on there in the middle, just like that. Then I'm going to get my Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm going to get a wet wipe. It's pretty much dried out, but I'm getting a wet wipe. And I'm going to dab it onto the wax and just do my pumpkin. Because I want to make my pumpkin orange, but I don't want it like orange. Because I do like orange. It's one of my favorite colors. It is actually my favorite color. But I don't like the drastic orange color. So now you can wipe off your wax. What I like about this Waverly wax is it doesn't smell. There's no smell to it. Comes right off when you wash your hands. It's not like other waxes. Be sure to get the top. You can get the bottom too if you'd like, but most definitely get the top. So this is what my pumpkin looks like right now. Now I am going to take my orange paint, which I have to find it, and I am going to dry brush it onto my pumpkin. I got the orange paint from, I believe, Walmart. I cannot find my orange paint. I put some on my plate to use to make this, but I don't exactly know what the heck I did with it in the process. If you see any glue sticking up, just take that off. You can have this as orange as you'd like. Leave it mostly brown. It's entirely up to you. This is a quick, easy, fun craft. So there it is. Then I took, if I could find it, anything in this house, that would be lovely. Then I took the spirally stuff that you get at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to stick it on my pumpkin to give it a little bit more character. And of course I'm going to have to hold it a little longer than I thought. And this is what it looks like. So here's one, and here's another one I did earlier. Easy craft, not very expensive. You can make as many as you like. If you're having people over for Thanksgiving, this would make, or these would make, really cute tags for the dinner table. If you wanted to seat people, you could put a little piece of paper here and write their name on it so they know where to sit. And here's two of these. So easy, so much fun to make, very, very easy. So now we're going to get on to the second craft. For my second craft, I have a wine bottle that I use Goo Gone that I got from the Dollar Tree to take the labels off. I had bought these very pretty napkins from Amazon, and I'm going to decoupage them to my wine bottle. So what you need to do is take your napkin and unfold it, and you're going to want to kind of like tear down the center. Just like that. And it's 2-ply, so you want to take it apart. Gently take it apart. So for the wine bottle, I might put lights in it. I don't know for sure. You could use it as a candlestick holder. You could use, or a candle holder. You could use it as a vase or a vase. And so now you're just taking the 2-ply napkin apart. That's all. Very easy peasy. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to kind of like tear around the edges of your design, and you'd like to be as close to your design as possible. So what I did was, it's so much easier with a wet cloth to do this. I just have a basic rag. It's damp, and this is all I'm doing is pulling it off. This helps not rip it, and that's what I'm going for. I'd like to not rip the design on my napkin. So just get a wet piece of paper towel, or wet a towel, or a hand cloth. You just want it damp. It doesn't have to be soaking wet. You just want to get close to the design, and all I'm doing is pretty much fraying the ends, ripping the ends per se off. And now I'm going to do the other one. So I have about 4 napkins. 2 have already been done, and then I have the 2 here. Just want to move my little bits out of the way. Doesn't have to be perfect, but enough so you have mostly your design you want. So basically, I have my matte finish Mod Podge, a paintbrush, and a plate. And I am going to open, after I shake up my Mod Podge, open up my container and pour some, onto my plate. I think I got a little carried away. It's a little runny, so. And I'm going to coat the one area over here. That's it. Just coat it with the Mod Podge. Now I'm going to move my plate out of the way and take my napkins. I prefer that not to roll, so I'm going to stick things on either side of it to make it so it doesn't roll too much. And here is my napkin. So you just gently put it on there, smooth it out as best you can. You really don't want any creases. And then I'm going to take another napkin and put it above that. Try not to rip it, so you do it gently. If you see any pieces that are overlapping that you don't like, you can cut it off and or pull it off. But you pretty much want to get rid of most of the creases. So far this is what it looks like. Then I'm going to move it over this way. I might need more napkins than the 4 that I originally had. I'm not going to do the front of it again yet with the Mod Podge until I'm done with this side. Again, I put things around my bottle so it doesn't move. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I am going to take my napkin, have it overlay a little bit on the one side, smooth it out, take my other napkin, smooth it out, I have this overlapping quite a bit, so I'm going to get my Mod Podge glue and glue this down. You want to be careful so you don't rip it. And now I'm going to Mod Podge the entire bottle so that it'll be sealed, which I'm very excited about. So when it dries, nothing will come off. So I'm just doing glue all over my design of my napkins. I want to get every bit of it. Every bit of, and see here it has torn, which really bums me out. I was trying not to let that happen, but it does happen. So I don't know if you saw that. It's torn right here. It kind of makes me sad. So now I have some twine, and it's all going to have to dry. But I'm going to take my twine and my hot glue, and I'm going to put a little dab right there, and I'm going to take my twine and kind of hold it in there, and then I'm going to start wrapping the twine around. Now you can put fairy lights in here. You can put any kind of lights you'd like in here. It's up to you what you want. So I'm going to do this all the way around the top. Now it is a little difficult because it's still wet. otherwise I could just grab the bottle up in my hand and start twirling this around, but I cannot. Now, if you're going to use fairy lights and you might have to replace the battery, I would put the battery pack underneath, the lights inside, and have it so you can open the top if you need to. But if you're not putting any lights in there, then I would just continue wrapping it. Now, if you're going to use this as a candle holder or a vase, I would definitely take the top off, so you can use that as your vase and put your flowers in it. You can put a nice arrangement. I am just after the bottle looking the way it does, so I am going to continue up the top. Spin it around a little to make sure you're getting twine everywhere you need. And I will be back as soon as it dries. Here's the bottle. It's not completely dry. It's going to take about 24 hours for this to turn clear. But I had wrapped it in twine and put a little bow so I know it's the front. And then I had one of these little flowers that I made out of air dry clay, and I put a little orange on it, and this is what the bottle looks like right now. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time. It'll dry, but I'd like to start working on the next project. So I have this tray that my sister-in-law gave me. Love her. She loves to give me stuff, which is awesome. And basically I'd like to Mod Podge some napkins on here, but I'm not sure if this will be covered. So I'm going to get my white paint and I'm going to paint this and let that dry, and then I'm going to Mod Podge onto this. But I don't want the rabbits. I actually wanted to have like a little bit of a different theme than the cute little bunnies on here. So I'm going to now paint this and see how well that works out. Tray painted and dried. Now I'm going to use Mod Podge. I'm going to dump some onto the tray, spread it out, try to get an even coat. I didn't really have to paint this, but I wasn't sure if it would be, if the bunnies would seep through the paper I'm using. And the paper I am using, I had purchased at Hobby Lobby, and it's 69 cents from the Hobby Lobby. So I'm just going to put the paper down. Just like that. Whoops. Smooth it out. And I'm going to put Mod Podge on the top part of my tray. Oops, I thought my lid was secure. It was not. So I'm going to put a generous amount of my Mod Podge on my tray. This should dry clear. So when I'm done with this, before it dries, I am going to grab my twine and I am going to wrap it around this part of the handle. So I'm going to take a generous amount of the twine, cut it, get some of the hot glue, and put some underneath, right about here, because I don't want to see where the string starts, and put it on there. And when it hardens, I'm going to start wrapping this around the handle, and then I'm going to use a lighter to get rid of the wispies that are on the string, and then I'm going to let it dry, and I will be back. But I'm going to work on this now, and all I'm doing is looping it around the handle. The tray's all done. How cute is that? And now I'm going to stick my little pumpkins on it, and my bottle. And I think I'm going to stick one of my Caroline's pumpkins on there. So, yeah. So, this is what it looks like. How adorable is that? Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you again next Friday. So just so you know, I will be putting out videos every Friday and Saturday. So there you go. There you have it. See you on Friday. Bye.